Methods class. This is an activity that we are going to do today to help us be more reflective on the lesson plans that we are turning in, and just to make sure that we are being purposeful in all the parts of our lesson plans. You're going to do this with a peer buddy that I'm going to assign, and we're doing that specifically so you can see what other people's lesson plans are beginning to form and look like. Now, we are not going to do partners A and B with one person being the buddy with another person and you seeing the person that you're critiquing. I'm doing that specifically so you don't think, oh, I gave them a lot more feedback than they gave me. We're separating them so no one has a repeated pair, that whoever critiqued you, you are not also critiquing them. And I'm going to give a lot of guidance on how this should be. And it's not specifically you critiquing your peers' work, but it's you showing them maybe where things are identified as problems or strengths. Okay, so what you're going to do first is you are going to copy and paste your lesson plan number 1 and lesson plan number 2 into a brand new Google Doc document. Okay, after you have made the corrections, after they are as good as you think you can get them, then you're going to do that. With lesson plan number 1 and lesson plan number 2, you're going to share both of them with the buddy partner you've been assigned and with myself. You're sharing them with me so I can also see the suggestions that your buddy made to you. Okay, and then once you have them, you are going to do essentially 3 things with them. Okay, you are going to, and this is just the template. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to look at these measurable learning goals and objectives that they have written. And what you are going to do is you're going to take a highlighter, and you can see the highlighter right here, and you're going to choose a color, okay? And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to link, here, let me choose orange real quick. I am trying to link specifically a goal that you have stated, and then all the way down where they have shown up in your assessments, okay? Because if it's a goal, it should be assessed, and this is how I grade. And so what you're going to do as a buddy, and this is not exact, but you are going to say, okay, here is your goal, and it's now in orange. I thought it was going to be in orange. Here is your goal. There we go. And here is how it is assessed, excuse me. And so I and the person that you have edited, I can see, oh, both of these oranges are linked. Now, what may happen is you might have some goals up here and they're not identified down here. So after you've done that portion of the editing of their lesson plan, you're going to make a new document in Google Doc that you're going to share again with me and your buddy, and you are going to say, these are the things that I saw. Okay, I saw that you had a direct correlation between these goals and they were found in these assessments, or I have found a hole. You say that you are doing this in your goals up here, but I don't see it down in your assessments. Okay, so you're not actually critiquing, I guess. You are more just checking on their work. Okay, so that's your measurable learning goals and your assessments. The next thing that you are going to be looking at is the connection between this vocabulary academic language in your instructional methods. So, same thing. I'm going to find one word that they said that they've had, and I'm going to highlight it a different color, and then in the methods portion, I'm going to say, oop, this is where I find that word. Okay, so realistically, what it's going to be looking like in both of these things is that there's colors matching there and here, and they're the same. Okay, and colors matching, let's say I use the word auditory, and I did it that color. Oh, and in my instructional methods, here's where I see it. Oh, and I'm going to do it that color again. That's not the same color. You need to make sure they're the same colors. But so I can say these match with this, these match with this. In the same way, you're going to see, okay, they said that they use this vocabulary or this academic language, and they have not done that. With your academic language, a lot of times it's going to, have analyze, apply, or classify. They might not say those words exactly, but how they represent that in their instructional activities or methods is what you want to note. In the same way, you're going to go back to that other document that you made that you're going to type out your notes. This is what I saw represented. This is what I saw that had holes. And then your last one is you're going to be looking at special needs of students, the differentiation, and then how that's applied in those methods. So again, I'm going to say, okay, this is how you said you've enriched your children. This green right here, going back up into your methods. Oh, I saw it right there. I see that. And so this thing is going to be super colorful, but all you're doing is connecting the dots that we as professors or observers of your lesson are always going to make. Is there a connection between learning objectives and the assessments? Is there a connection between the vocabulary and academic language and your instructional methods? Is there a connection of you say you're going to do this with your kids, and does it make it in your lesson? So all three ways you are going to highlight with matching colors, and then in all three ways you are going to note it on that second document. So again, as a recap, you are sharing lesson plan number 1 and lesson plan number 2 with your buddy. You are also, as a buddy, you are looking at their 2 lesson plans, and you are also creating a third, and you're sharing those with your buddy, and of course myself. All the documents get shared with myself. That is it, but I want you to really look at what they say and say, oh my goodness, I didn't catch this. With me grading so many lesson plans, I might not catch certain things, and so this peer buddy is really going to help you make sure that you are producing some really good lesson plans. All of this needs to be completed by the end of class on Tuesday, November 13th, although I do not care if you do it at home in your jammies or on campus. If you guys have any questions, please contact me.